To this now, the case against controversial businessman Katiso KT Molefe has been postponed to the 15th of August. Molefe appeared in the Alexandra Magistrate's court earlier today to apply for bail. He's accused of orchestrating the murder of entertainer Oupa Sefoka, popularly known as DJ Sumbody. 3 alleged hitmen have also been charged with the crime. DJ Sumbody and his 2 bodyguards died in a hail of bullets in Woodmead, Johannesburg in November 2022. The gun allegedly used to carry out the hit has since been linked to several other murders. Our reporter Linda Mnisi was in court and joins us in studio now for more. Take us back, Linda, if you will, to where proceedings started today and how things transpired. A very good afternoon to you.
You'd recall, Vuyo, that today was set down for bail application. So he finally was able to apply for bail through an affidavit that was read in court, and you'd know that he's charged with the murders of, Amanswar, but also, in this particular instance, he's charged for the murder of DJ Sumbody, as well as his associate, who was a popular businessman in Soweto, known in the nightlife circles, DJ Ventos. So this particular case is for DJ Sumbody and DJ Ventos. And in that particular affidavit, he has the responsibility of discharging exceptional circumstances, because automatically the schedule of the charge is Schedule 6. So he must show that there are exceptional circumstances that exist and would warrant his release on bail. And one of the things that he highlights is the fact that in the Amanswar matter, he applied for bail at the Vereniging, in a lower court in Vereniging, and he was denied bail there, but he then took the matter up to the High Court, a matter which he says was presided over by the Deputy Judge President, Aubrey Lidwaba from Pretoria. And he indicates that there, on appeal, he was granted bail. So that court has seen that there are exceptional circumstances. And he says, in this particular instance, the facts have not changed. There are existing exceptional circumstances. And he cites a number of them, including the fact that he has strong ties to South Africa, although he has traveled, around the world or visited some countries outside of South Africa. He has strong ties in South Africa. He owns property. Yeah, he has houses in South Africa. He has businesses in South Africa. His economic interests are vested in South Africa. He has, a daughter who lives overseas, but he does not have a good relationship or, relationship with her, and of course will not evade trial. He essentially says that the allegations that he's influential are unsubstantiated, and he could never, interfere with the investigations. He was released in the Vereniging matter, in the Amanswar matter, and he did not interfere with the witnesses. So that demonstrates for him that, he will not, evade trial. One of the other things that he touches on is the issue of previous convictions. In light of all, the details that we know now and the alleged link of this firearm to a number of murders and where he is linked to them, he says that, he has no previous convictions or even pending cases, rather, here in South Africa. But of course, he reveals that at some point in the UK, he was convicted. Let's take a listen to how he put it.
So I have a history of antisocial behavior. I have no previous convictions within the Republic of South Africa. I have no pending cases against me anywhere, of course, except for the Vereniging matter which we've spoken about. I declare that I have no knowledge of any outstanding warrants against me. I further declare that I do not have an order against me as contemplated in Section 5 or 6 of the Domestic Violence Act of 1998, nor do I have an order against me as contemplated in Section 3 or Section 9 of the Protection from Harassment Act 2011, or any other similar order in terms of any other law. I do have a previous conviction for the importation of cannabis into the United Kingdom more than 20 years ago, for which I was incarcerated and subsequently deported to the RSA and barred from entering into the UK. I committed that crime 20 years ago using an alias, David Lebitsa, and I was using a Lesotho passport.
All right, so there you have it, the issue around the conviction that happened in the UK that he details. But obviously this is his bail application, so he is the applicant in this matter. And that means, because obviously it's a Schedule 6 offence, the state would have an opportunity to respond. They are obviously opposing bail in this matter. And one of the things that they're highlighting, Vuyo, is the fact that this was a contract killing. The murders of DJ Sumbody and his associate DJ Vintos were contract killings. And because they're alleging also that Katiso Molefe is a drug trader, or he's involved in drug trade. And this particular murder is related to issues of drug trading. And in opposing bail, they seem to be painting a picture of what they say is a dangerous criminal who has no regard for human life. They say that the witnesses themselves do not feel safe, and putting them in witness protection would add to the complexities. But they also highlight that even the investigators in this matter are themselves fearing for their lives. They highlight that this is somebody who, between the year of 2004 and 2025, has traveled to different countries over 100 times, and say that he has a Lesotho passport. In fact, the investigating officer in her affidavit goes on to say that, after he was granted bail in the Amanswat matter, he was communicating with her through his lawyer, asking for his passport. And she says for her, that indicated that this is somebody who wants to evade trial. But of course, he is of the view that he will not evade trial, and this would warrant him to be granted bail, as he indicates that he is willing to cooperate with all the processes. He did not resist the arrest when police arrived at his home over 2 weeks ago, and cooperated, opened for them, and was taken in. So at this particular point, the bail application will continue next week Friday. So it's not done. It will continue next week Friday. But in that detailed, affidavit by the investigating officer, they highlight the fact that he allegedly played a role of the middleman, although, he was never seen in any of the crime scenes or anywhere close to the crime scenes, but he almost played the role of a middleman in the form of discussing issues of payment. They reveal communication with the other accused, saying in particular, accused number 1 as well as accused number 2. They also detail the issue of payment of accused number 1, saying that after the murder of DJ Sumbody, there was a deposit of some money as well in those particular accounts. So all of this forms part of the state's rebuttal of his bail application.
So, back next week?
Back next week for the continuation of bail.
Bail application.
Yeah.
Okay. Linda Mnisi, thank you very much for your time tracking that story for us. Quite some interesting revelations, but we're also looking forward, of course, to those issues of the nexus between criminals and politicians as well, which is at some point looks like going to form part of this cases, I should say, as well.